Hey, it's Joe Blasco back with you on MUA TV's Spotlight on Success. And this week we have the beautiful and the very talented Miss Kris Evans. Kris, you've been waiting all morning. We've had such a schedule here this morning, and you've been waiting all morning to come on the show. Firstly, I'm going to apologize for as long as it's taken for you to get on.
Please.
And I want to thank you so much for being here.
Pleasure.
You are a consummate department head. You just told me that one of the secrets to being a consummate department head is by hiring people that can make you proud.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's very important that you hire people that, are as good or better, and preferably better. And it's very important to know what your strengths are and what you need to do.
Yes.
Because if someone says, I need to have this done, and you know that there's someone who has perfected that,
Yes.
that's who I bring in.
Yes.
Because no one can do everything.
Yes.
They may say they can.
They are your tools.
And my colleagues and
Yes.
my backbone. And, I'm one person.
Right.
There's no way I can do a movie by myself.
And you will only bring people in who you trust and are familiar with, and you've gained that trust
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
by knowing their work.
Well, and also hearing from people that I respect,
Yes.
and they recommend people and say,
Yes.
oh, do you know such and such?
Yes.
Because I always love to meet new people, and I
Yes.
think people say, oh, I can't believe you department head, but you day check. Oh, no. Day checking is the best way in the world to
Absolutely.
meet really talented, amazing people that you would never know before.
Absolutely. That's like apprenticing.
Absolutely.
Day checking
The
is
best.
working on a daily basis on different jobs, or on several days on the same job, but constantly moving from one job to another. Day checking today is what the actual apprenticeship program was years
Absolutely.
ago.
Because, in New York, we had 3 years of an apprenticeship program.
Yes.
And we weren't allowed to do anything
Now,
but
where
TV.
did you apprentice?
New York City.
But where?
Everywhere. NBC, CBS, ABC. I did Good Morning America, Today's Show.
Did you work with Lee
CBS.
Bega?
I know Lee Bacon. He was one of the one who ran our apprenticeship program.
Is he still with us?
No, he's
No.
not. But God bless him. And a wonderful Spanish guitar player. He was
Yes.
pretty amazing.
Oh, what
but
a-
Kevin Haney. I did Saturday Night Live with
Yeah.
Kevin Haney
Oh,
and
Kevin's wonderful.
Peter Montagna. This
Yeah.
was my training ground. The Cosby Show. This is the stuff that you just don't get anymore.
Well, Peter Montagna was scheduled to come in today, but Peter, you're coming in. Not well. I don't know if we're here next week, but there are fires going on up there.
Yeah.
And
it's hard
the
time.
freeway, the
Yeah.
405 and the 14,
5 and the 14.
they're completely shut down,
it's
and
crazy.
Peter wasn't able to make it. But Peter will definitely be on the
He's
show.
incredible
And he
talent.
worked on Saturday Night Live for
And Billy Crystal forever.
Yeah, a long time.
He's amazing.
A really brilliant makeup artist.
Yeah.
And Kevin Haney, who has already been a guest on our show several
He's a
times.
legend.
Yeah, a
That
legend, an absolute legend.
He is
They
truly one of the most talented.
Lovingly, every time I talk to somebody, they'll say, "Oh, Kevin, he's the madman of makeup.
But you know
he's the
what?
mad doctor."
But that in
That's
itself,
what it takes. That's
that
the
in
passion.
itself is the reason why he's such a genius.
That's right.
Because he will try anything and everything.
Yes.
He is so responsible
Yes.
for. He's like a young Dick Smith.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
so responsible. I
Yes.
say that for trying anything and
Yes.
everything. And
Yes.
you talk with Kevin. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
We talked. Honestly,
the
Kris,
best.
we talked. He came in. I think it was at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 in the morning. We talked, and we got 8 shows.
Oh, he's a genius.
We sat there and talked until 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
He's truly
and then
one
we
of the
still.
best.
And then we went to dinner.
Yeah.
To the Pacific Dining Car, and I want to thank all the people at the Pacific Dining Car for being so wonderful. And the thing is that it's that one of those guys that you can just instantly have a rapport with.
But you know what, Joe? There's so many of them. There's V, there's Bacursa, there's
Oh,
Mungo.
yeah.
I could go
It goes
on and on.
But let's look at your list here. Check this out. And Dirty Sexy Money is what you're working on right now.
Right at this very moment,
At
yeah.
this very, very moment.
And it's weird because it's the first TV show in 15 years that I've done.
Really?
And it's really an interesting. I have
It's a whole different animal.
a whole newfound respect for
Yeah.
people who do episodic television.
Yeah.
8 days, you do an hour show.
Yeah.
It is such intensive. They shoot so many pages on a day and so much
How many
work.
pages on a day
Usually
compared
6
to film?
Oh, film is 1 to 2 pages a day. TV, 6 7 pages sometimes a day.
Right.
And I mean, it just, you do a show every 8 days. I mean,
Yes.
with a film, you do a film for 4 months or
Yes.
5 months, and it's just one storyline.
What studio? Where are you?
We're at Paramount. We're shooting at Paramount.
How many
but it's
stages do you
ABC.
take up?
Let's see, on any given day, 4 or 5 stages. It's a big cast,
So
too.
you're
It's
really moving around.
Oh.
So they're setting up and tearing down and
constantly.
working constantly.
And then the new thing is that they do 2 shows in a day. So they start on one episode, the last day of the one episode, and
Yes.
the first day of the next episode. So you're doing 2, and we have 1 department.
That is
They have
amazing.
2 separately different crews, but we only have 1 crew.
Oh my God.
So we're sending them out and doing and trying to
Right.
finagle and, it's this, and it's this, no, they didn't do it, this is another episode. And so that can be really crazy.
Right.
And so you have to be so unbelievably organized.
Yeah, you have to be very, very focused,
Yeah.
right on it. You've
Yeah.
got to be right in there in those meetings,
Yeah.
making certain that you're in communication with the director and the production designers
If you have the
constantly.
time, if you're lucky
Yes.
enough to get.
Now, you worked with V. Neil on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
And I see 2 of them here.
I did
at
actually
World's
all
End
3.
and Dead Man's Chest.
Yeah, I did all 3 of them, yeah.
And X-Men.
I was department head
Yes. And now here is something you don't see too often on someone's resume. You did the Olympics.
on that. 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Yeah. Salt Lake, Salt Lake, Athens, Torino, and I just got back from
Now,
Beijing.
when you do the
I
Olympics,
do Bob Costas.
I see.
I just do one person.
I see.
Yeah.
That must have been wonderful. You went to China this last year.
I spent 5 weeks in China.
How was that?
That was truly a life-altering experience. I mean, I have to say, wow, what a world. I mean, what a life to be able to say. I mean, and I'm privy to so much. I saw Michael Phelps break the record.
Yes.
I mean, as much as we don't, the president of the United States right now, but
Yes.
he's still president of the United States. He
Yes.
was there.
Yes.
So the Secret Service and that, I mean, just that whole thing.
Yes.
To see the gymnasts, every single person that did anything,
Yes.
Bob interviewed.
Yes.
So I saw it firsthand.
That's wonderful. We have wonderful lives as makeup artists, don't we? I mean,
Amazing.
if you really analyze everything that we're exposed to,
Yeah.
the
And then we get paid.
the people that we meet, the
Yeah.
brilliant
Oh, yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
that we have to
Oh,
work
yeah.
with,
Oh, yeah.
and then we get paid to do this.
Yeah.
You know,
Pretty great.
You know, it's more than pretty great.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, honey. I every day I count my blessings, knowing that when I wake up, I'm waking up to a day where I'm going to do something that I really truly love.
Well, and I was just saying in the other room, what I find is that this is my 29th year in the business.
Wow.
And if I...
Congratulations.
Thanks. I know, I'm hanging in there.
There should be an award for that.
Just- oh,
Maybe we
please.
should have the
Oh, dear
MUATV like
God.
longevity
Oh,
awards or
please.
something, right?
Just for us that we're still standing. Oh, my God, after all the hours we've done. I don't
know.
even want to think about it. And just in the trenches and the stuff we do. And, and I find that experience is so wonderful because, every script you get, you have to do something different.
Yes.
I can't emphasize enough education and experience and jumping in and just trusting yourself and art classes and keeping up with museums and the artists, and it is so important because you're always pulling something out of the proverbial what.
Yes,
Always.
yes.
And you think, can I do it? I mean, and then you realize when you do it and you discover something you would have never done,
Yes.
but it works for the next time, you think, I really know a lot, but you don't
Yes.
realize how much you know until you're literally put into the trenches with someone else who said, well, I tried this and we did this, and
Yes.
I would never stay in anything this long if it wasn't always changing,
Yes.
always exciting, always passionate.
Yes. V. Neil called me and told me the other day, and I told you this before we went on the air. She says, Joe, you're the only person that I know that reinvents himself every 3 years.
And you have to.
But makeup is the kind of business
You have to.
where you can do that.
But you have to.
Yeah.
You must, and your passion is what makes you
Absolutely.
reinvent yourself. And if
Absolutely.
you're not passionate,
No.
it's horrible. Don't get in it.
Now,
It's
do you know
tough.
what I really love about what I'm doing now with MUATV? Not only is it a pioneering effort, and it's also bringing makeup education way beyond the makeup
yeah.
school.
Absolutely.
We're going all over the world.
Right.
And it's bringing this kind of education that these people out there, and we have now close to 4,000 viewers on a daily basis.
That's
Think of
great.
that. Right
Wow.
now, there are almost 4,000 people listening to us
Wow.
right now. Now, the thing is this. Where else are they going to learn this? Where are they going to hear someone like you, an experienced department head,
Right.
talking about what you do, how much you love what you do?
It's brilliant. I really do, because there are so many people. I mean, look, I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, I'm a kid from Cincinnati,
Hey,
Ohio.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Right. And
Hello.
I got to tell you, back then, I mean, I moved to New York City knowing no one and being scared to death.
Yes.
And the first job I got as a permit for the union was a TV news show. And I brought enough makeup to do 500 extras. I mean, it was one woman in front of a camera. I was so nervous. I left my keys in the cab. I got home at night. I couldn't get into my apartment. I was so, I didn't know, I mean.
You didn't know what to expect. Right.
Everybody starts from somewhere.
Right.
I mean, I can sit here and comfortably say, well, yeah, now.
Yes.
But I was one of those people.
Right,
And
right.
to have something like this, when I was growing up, I mean, to have even the internet and
To be able to go to a channel, whether it be on television or whether it be
phenomenal.
better yet on the internet,
Yeah.
if it weren't for the internet, we would not be
No,
worldwide.
no.
This is not ABC, NBC, or
No,
CBS where you just go to
this is
their website
everywhere.
and punch
No,
on
everywhere.
on a show you want to see.
no.
I mean, this is everywhere, and we actually have the ability to go live as well, and we are going to be having live shows where our audience are going to be able to send us emails. You'll be able to answer questions.
Exactly. But the other thing is what I was saying too is that because these people, that artists and some of the most amazing talents,
Yes.
they are in these small towns, and they don't have the people in LA
Yes.
to teach them.
Yes.
And they don't have the money.
Yes.
And they don't know. They don't know what they want. They
Yes.
don't know how to get there.
Yes.
And they have these dreams. And
Yes.
they have to realize that when they watch someone who says, oh, I remember one, they go, wait a minute, that's me. Then I can do that.
Absolutely.
Then I'm able to, is it easy? No.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, yeah, this is like this, and I'm now a makeup. No. But anything you're passionate about,
Yes.
you don't have a choice.
That's right. You have
You
to
do
do
it or you don't.
That's right. You do it.
And if you want to do it, then you get out of where that small town is, or you stay and do it there, however,
Right.
teach or however. But if you really want to be what you see these other people here on something like
Yes.
this are, then
Yes.
it really helps them to give them an avenue to say, okay, to know how did I start. I mean,
Yes.
I literally, I have a master's degree, but I started as an actress.
Yes.
And I was doing makeup because I had to.
Yes.
And then I was lucky enough to be teaching at a university with, in fact, she's getting, I don't know if you know, Lena Kaliva, or it was Lena Varskovsky.
Yes.
Okay, well, that's who taught me.
Whoa.
And I was teaching at the university in the fashion design department, and I went over to the musical theater department, and I worked with Lena
She
for 2
taught
years.
Brad Look.
Brad Look, Zoe Hay, Polly Luke.
Yes.
I mean, we're like,
She is a master.
she Moz Films. I mean, this is a woman, and for 2
Hair
years.
work.
Hair work, unbelievable. She trained me.
Nobody better.
And
We got
color.
Where is she?
In fact, she's still in Cincinnati, Ohio. She's getting an award. My very first film was called Liquid Sky, and it
Yes.
was from Lena. And this is from Cincinnati, Ohio, and she knew I was in New York.
Yes.
And called me and said, you want to do this?
Lena, wherever you are out there,
Hi, Lena.
firstly, hello. Secondly, thank you very much for teaching all of these wonderful,
Amazing.
talented makeup artists.
Amazing woman. Amazing.
And will you please email us
I'll email her.
and
I tell her.
be a guest on our show, please?
A master of color.
Yeah.
She was phenomenal. But my point is that here I was in Cincinnati, Ohio,
Yeah.
teaching at the university.
Yes.
And I knew I took the opportunity, and it was free. I didn't get paid. Every night I went over,
Yes.
but it was my passion.
Yes.
And she was kind enough to give me that education. And when I went to New York City, I was trained.
Yes.
So I worked at the Metropolitan, the New York City Opera, and I designed 2 shows on
That's
Broadway.
classic training.
I Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
You can't say, wait, I'm not ready yet. Hold on. It's live, baby. You better buy the
That's right.
seat in
You
your
better be
pants,
ready.
honey. You better jump in, because otherwise, forget it. Then you can't go, well, wait a minute, because Lauren Michaels, you're out of there. I mean, I did 11 characters on Dana Carvey in one night, an hour and a half. I mean, and that's where Kevin, I mean, again,
that's what
all
it
these
takes,
people, Michael
yeah.
Ladotti. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many makeup artists. John Caglione, that started it.
Yes, at Saturday Night Live, yeah.
That's where we kind of cut our teeth.
Yeah, we're going to go to New York. John Caglione is one of the makeup artists.
He's another
Richard
genius.
Dean
Oh,
also.
another- please.
I've
These
got,
are all my-
I've
these are all-
got to
Richie
have,
Alonso.
Yes, yes.
Another brilliant. I mean, Valerie, I could go on and please, I could spend an hour just listing the
Yes.
people that are so unbelievably
Maybe that's
talented.
the show you should do for us.
It's interview the 5
I'm trying to
billion
talk her. I'm trying to talk her into being one of our guests.
My spare time, I'll squeeze it in.
One of our guest hosts, right, in between episodes. Oh my God!
no, there's so many
So the show that you're working on right now, and it's Dirty Sexy Money, and I have to be honest with you. I've not seen one episode all the way through because I've been coming and going and
please.
flying and this.
I
and
haven't
that.
either.
And you know what I mean? But everybody looks wonderful.
No,
I mean, it is a
great
beautifully produced show.
Well, and you have Joe Claiborne and Donald Sutherland, Peter Krause and Billy Baldwin.
how can you
and Blair
lose?
Underwood. I mean, these are not lightweights in the TV and the film
right.
world. And so, and they know the difference,
Yes,
trust me. They know
yes.
the difference. So
Who are the other makeup artists that are working with
Kelsey
you on
Fry,
the show?
who's wonderful.
Who's
and
that?
Kelsey Fry.
Just kidding.
And
Just kidding.
And Tanya Cookingham.
I'm going to
who
get a
is-
call tonight.
Yeah, Tanya Cookingham, who's wonderful, my second. Erin Aranian, who's wonderful. She does
Yes.
Lucy Liu and also helps. I mean,
Yes.
there's so many. I mean, and again, it's very high-end, very beautiful New York
Yes.
makeup. So it
Yes.
has to, you have to be on the cutting edge.
Yes, absolutely.
And people don't realize that, it's not about doing lots of makeup. I mean, when you look at a town and country, the very, very, very rich don't wear tons of lip gloss and don't wear tons of eye makeup, and they're very low key and
Yes.
very
Subtle,
sophisticated,
conservative.
And so you have to do
Yes.
your homework. You don't
Yes.
just walk in and do makeup like you did on everybody else.
Yes.
There are characters.
Yes.
And that's the important thing, is that I think people, when they go, oh, it's just straight makeup, that's a very, very, very dangerous
Yes.
territory to say that, because it's not just
You
straight
can't
makeup.
just
You
put
cannot
it into
categorize.
a stringent,
No.
no,
you
category.
can't.
No.
Or it's just special effects. It's like, oh no. I mean, look at La Vie en Rose. I mean, there's I mean, there's so many different levels that you have to give credit to everyone. I mean,
Yes.
you can't just put it in a category, because we'll never learn.
Yes, absolutely.
And then it becomes boring.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, God forbid.
Yeah.
I don't think anything could ever be boring to either of us.
No.
I think,
I'm in the process. I'm doing Rosetta Stone French again, because I want to be fluent in French again. Then I'm going to start Spanish because I want to be fluent in Spanish, and I'm doing writing because I
Right.
just love it. I
But
mean,
this
it's
is the kind of personality that it takes to be successful in anything.
I think so, but I think with
You have
makeup,
You have
too.
that capacity to just do anything that you want to do. I went out, I became a pilot.
good for you.
So now I'm flying.
That's fantastic.
Well, I flew.
Yeah, but you still stepped out of the box, because it constantly keeps you on the cutting edge
Right.
of life.
Of life. That's
And
the
that's
key.
what makeup, because
I-
the
I-
characters,
I-
okay, you do a makeup artist, you do a makeup on a pilot.
Right.
Now, that sounds crazy, go, okay, right. But if you understand the workings of that, and what they would be like and who they are, you bring those beautiful those little tiny characteristics into a character.
Yes.
That's the difference between boring
Yes.
and really exciting.
Yes. There's little nuances.
Yes.
There's little touches.
And you can talk with the actor, because the relationship between a makeup artist and actor is crucial.
Absolutely.
And if you can talk to them about so many different subjects,
Yes.
it just brings more confidence for them
Yes.
for your work.
Yes. Yes.
I just think there's so much you need. I don't think it's just showing up.
No. Okay, now tell me. There's close to 4,000. Maybe by now it's over 4,000 viewers on a daily basis right now that are watching us. The majority of them. Well, I can't say the majority of anymore. But when we started out, most of them were makeup students. There are makeup schools that aren't fearful of having me seen by their students, that are encouraging their students to watch MUA TV. Watch MUA TV. See what this guy's got to say. Listen to what these makeup artists have to say. Learn from this as well.
Right.
Let this be an adjunct to your education. Now, with all those people out there, right there, if you had one thing that you could say to them, just one thing, to help inspire them to be the best that they could be as a makeup artist, what would that one thing be? And you can talk to them right
Okay.
there. Or over
Camera,
here.
which
right
camera?
here.
That camera? Follow your passion. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it, that it's impossible. I am here with many years of experience to know that if I listened to every single person who said to me, are you kidding me? There's so many makeup artists, how can you don't do it. If it's a passion and you love it, you will find a way. End of story, that's it.
Wonderful.
That's it.
Kris, we could sit and talk for hours.
But you got 8 million people.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, move 'em
Well,
in.
Let
Absolutely.
me tell you something.
Absolutely.
No, seriously, this has really been a joy, and I haven't
Oh.
seen you in such a long time. I think the last time that we saw each other was in New York, wasn't
think
it?
so.
Yeah, at the dinner.
But I want to
before
tell you too, and I say this truly heartfelt. Thank you, because you have brought so many people into the business, and you have been an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
You really have, and I mean that. I don't
Thank
say
you.
that just to kind of, you know me, I'm not
Thank
a tap
you.
dancer.
Thank you. No, I know that. I know that.
But I'm
And
serious.
it means a lot to me because,
No.
sometimes I go to visit someone, and, they shake my hand and they look at me and they go, "It's an honor," and it's like, I'm so down to earth though, still,
Yeah,
and I'm
but
happy for
it's
that.
true, though.
I'm still that little boy from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, aren't we all, though? Aren't we all?
Yeah, absolutely. But thank you for that.
No,
You-
an inspiration to me, too.
Thank you.
Really.
And we'll be in touch with you. I'd definitely like you to come
I
by.
do. Okay.
And good
Pleasure.
luck with
Thank you.
on the rest of all of your
Okay.
shows.
Thanks.
And please keep in touch with us.
yeah.
I'll have Travis call you.
Okay, please.
And then the
Great.
next time you have some time to come in and to
Love
spend
to.
some time,
Love to.
we'll do it again.
Okay.
All right? Great.
Okay, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kris Evans. And we'll be back with a lot more makeup and hair right after this.